Oh gosh, don't start, girl. My dog is starting with that barking. Cut it out. I never know when I'm gonna do a video because it's just completely unplanned. It's the spur of the moment kind of things when I do these lives. It's stuff I really feel like talking about something and I just say it, whatever I have to say at that time. I don't plan anything, but I'm gonna wait like a minute or so. It's late. It's late, late, late. But I just wanted to just make this alive, knowing that it's late, that not a lot of people won't be listening because it's too late and people are in bed. But I want this to just, be out right away. I don't want to have to sometimes this thing process for too long. When I do it as unlisted and then I make it public, for some reason it process and sometimes it never gets finished. So I just, make this a public live and just, end it like that. But anyway, yeah. How many seconds has this? Okay, let me get to it. Okay, so I was talking about Tabitha Brown. I wanted to hear what Tabitha Brown said because I don't understand why so many brown women are getting upset over Tabitha Brown about getting a job. I guess because I don't guess. A lot of them are saying it's because over the last 3 months, the first 3 months of the year, 350,000 brown women lost their job. And so this message from Tabitha, I guess, came around at the wrong time. And it triggered a lot of brown women. What I'm trying to understand is who said she was talking about brown women. I didn't hear her specify who she was talking about. Brown women just get a little too in their feelings sometimes. And it does get to a point where the thing what Kelly Price said, I think was completely out of line about the DEI and talking about who's going to lose their job, and God gave her voice. So she basically saying that brown women didn't earn the jobs they were at because they only got it because they were brown skinned, and God gave her voice. Basically, she's saying brown women didn't earn their positions and they should get fired. Okay, she was out of line. But Tabitha Brown, in this case, I don't get what she said that was wrong. Who said that? Tabitha Brown made me laugh. I felt like putting up an umbrella. When she was talking, I just felt like getting the umbrella and just like putting up the umbrella because it was so much shade. Tabitha funny. But who the heck said she was talking about brown women? This is when I have to say brown women need to like calm down. This is annoying. Brown women to me are becoming like, oh, everything is about me. It's all about me. A lot of stuff is about brown women. It really is. Right now, it is an attack on brown women. Brown women is like constantly attacked. I can see why they think everything got to be about them, even when it's not. Because a lot of times things are about them. A lot of times brown women are the target. So I can see that if somebody drop a penny by accident, oh, you did that because I'm a brown woman. That's why that penny's on the ground. I don't know. In this case, I think brown women need to calm down. But let me play it. Because I'm trying to see where she even mentioned that she was talking about brown women. It could be her nephew. It could be her male nephew that she's talking about. It could be somebody specific that she's talking about that could be her male cousin. It might not have anything to do with anybody's gender. Why brown women make this about brown women? Okay, so let's play it. You might want to put up your umbrella. You might want to put up your umbrella when you hear this, because the shade is she comes out as if she's being nice, but it's pure shade. But anyway, here we go.
Hello there. is not to discourage you, because I want us to be clear about that first. Okay? You kind of been in this place for a long time. Okay? Now listen, you got good ideas. Baby, you got good ideas. Your execution is not as good. Okay? Your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Baby, it ain't been working for you, okay? And you're doing a lot.
She said the last few months and the last few years. Who wants to allow somebody to drain their pockets for several years while they're trying to get their business off the ground? So they got to work hard and pull in double and triple shifts because you're draining their pockets trying to get your business up off the ground. I don't understand. I don't see any lies here. I don't see where she's wrong, but let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
You done got yourself in some mess.
I'm about to go back. Hold on.
But right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Baby, it ain't been working for you, okay? And you're doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, you done got yourself in some mess, and it's time for you to get a job. Oh, you hear me? You just gonna need to get a job.
Okay, so I guess this is a commentary. Anyway, yeah. So basically, I'm trying to understand why brown women are up in their feelings as if Tabitha is actually talking to them. And what did she say that was wrong? If you have been trying to build a business for several months, you know, I can get several months, but if it's been years and that business ain't did anything yet, she's saying maybe it's time for you to get a job. I'm trying to understand where she said anything that was wrong. I feel like 5 years ago, that message would have been everybody and their grandma would have agreed with that message. But now, because 350,000 brown women lost their job in the first 3 months of this year, now everybody's mad at her as if she's actually talking to brown women. I mean, like I said, she could have been talking to her nephew. She could have been talking to her nephew. You don't know who she could have been talking to. Why brown women got to think it always have to be about them? Okay? I'm trying to find another one. Let's see. It's about to be some stuff. But yeah, I just felt like playing that. But yeah, a lot of brown women got some say what. This is what I'm tired of, brown people really acting like everybody is supposed to have a business. She said entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's not. Just like people say school is not for everybody. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. I just don't understand where she's wrong. I don't understand it. Hold on a second here. Okay, let me play this. I'm going to play her whole thing again because they cut it off. And because I'm listening to people's videos who post, I guess it's Instagram, but I don't want to hear their commentary. I just want to see Tabitha. Here we go.
You got good ideas. Baby, you got good ideas.
Here we go.
Your execution is not as good, okay? Your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Baby, it ain't been working for you, okay? And you're doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, you done got yourself in some mess, and it's time for you to get a job. You hear me? You just gonna need to get a job for a little while. Okay, it don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay, it don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur. But you have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to. Okay?
You have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to. I'm sorry. Let me play it. That was funny. I just had to stop right there because that was funny. Okay.
That it ain't working right now. Okay, it ain't worked for a while. It actually has never worked yet. Doesn't mean it won't ever work. But right now you need to go to work. You're gonna need to get a job. Okay? And then keep working towards it. But at least you'll have a job while you are pursuing that thing. So right now, you need to get a job, baby. All right? That's it. I love you. You're going about your business. Okay, have a good night. Tomorrow, have a good day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's here. Don't be mad at me. Okay? Hello, D.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why people are so upset with her. The only people upset with her is brown women. And then you see other folks, brown men, get online saying that Tabitha Brown told brown women to get a job. Well, it's a lot of brown women that have a job. A lot of brown women lost their job. But she's not talking about them. She's talking about somebody specific. She's talking about somebody who did not lose their job, like these ladies lost their job. She's talking about somebody who's been trying to build their business for a few years, few months, but a few months I can understand. Okay. Tabitha Brown has been working at her brand for a long time. She's been an actress for a while before she really went viral. She's been having speaking roles in a few shows before people knew her name. Okay. She's an actress. So it took her a while too. But so I can get a few months, a few months is understandable. But a few years and you constantly borrowing other people's money, I don't see anything wrong with telling that person that they need to just go to work, even work at a place where somebody is doing exactly what you want to do. You might need to be up under them so you can learn. And I don't mean to offend nobody about what I'm about to say, because I know this name might be triggering. P. Diddy. Right. He and this is just an example. He was, I forget which producer that he was under. Was it a producer that died? It was some producer that he was under. And he used to clean the windows and do all kinds of stuff to be up under this man, to be up under this producer so he could learn everything. He wanted to be in the atmosphere of the person. He wanted to be in the midst of what he wanted to be. So he didn't want to work somewhere at Microsoft, nor that he wanted to be a producer himself. He was in the buildings, washing floor, washing windows, mopping, whatever he had to do to be up under the person who was doing what he wanted to do. I don't mean to bring up his name because I know that's triggering. That's just an example that I thought of, right? I believe even Jay-Z at the first was learning from Dame Dash. And then he started to get up under Warren Buffett. Okay? I think Tabitha Brown might be specific on who she's talking about, and I didn't hear her specify a gender. I don't understand why brown women are making this about them. I think that she's correct. It sounds like this person don't want to learn from somebody else. When people try to give them advice, they don't want to listen, but they constantly want to just take somebody's money and keep just spending money. Somebody else's money, and probably don't pay rent anywhere. So somebody else has to pay for them to not work, right? And take care of them because they busy trying to get their business off the ground. And it's taking a few years. I don't understand what she said that was wrong. This is not about those brown women who lost their jobs. It has nothing to do with them. They weren't trying to build a business. They were working and they lost their jobs. This is a different situation than somebody who's been at this for a few years and it's not working, and they are, would she say, robbing Peter to pay Paul? A totally different situation. Anyway, I just, this is why I say brown women, now you're being too sensitive. You're doing too much. This is when I say brown women, they doing too much. Okay, they doing too much. Because whoever this person is she's talking about, that's not paying the bills, that's not paying any kind of water bill, any kind of light bill, not paying anything, not paying, hardly paying for their own food. If somebody else is constantly taking care of them, well, they spent about probably 5 years trying to get their business going and it still didn't work. Yeah, they need to go to work. No, they don't have, they shouldn't. Nobody should have to keep funding their lifestyle, right? Because it's really draining them. I don't see what Tabitha Brown, I don't see where she's wrong. And I don't even see what she's even talking about brown women. So this is why I say, yeah, brown women, you're making yourself the center of attention. She didn't talk about anybody specifically, but because that's a brown woman that said that, brown women just have to feel like it has to be about them. But anyway, with that being said, I will talk later. All righty.